Okay, today is Sunday, March 14th, 2021. I'm here at the property at 579, just outside the city of Amery limits. You see my truck down there is in the driveway, and I'm going to pan to the south to this large piece of vacant land. See the snowmobile trail. Back to the east towards the city of Amery, Slumberland, Quick Trip, that area, that part of town. Keep panning here. You see the snowmobile trail goes on to the golf course, and you see the golf course beyond the trees. Now I'm at the northeast corner of this triangle shaped lot, and the lot does include these power poles and an easement for those for the power company. So if you see the tree line on the right side of the power poles, that's the approximate north lot line of this parcel. I'm going to continue walking towards the driveway along the road. You see the power poles in this lowland area. You see the lowland area continue towards what would be a building site. Okay, I'm here at the driveway of this 3-acre parcel just outside the city of Amery. I'll pan down here towards the south. You see the road. I'm going to zoom in. And these pine trees are the approximate property corner on the south side of this lot. See, the start of a driveway's been done. Could use a little gravel. And let's pan down here. This is looking towards the southwest. You see some previous tree clearing has been done to open this up a little bit more. See that one pond by the large tree, and as I keep panning here towards the north, you're going to see the second pond slash wetland that is part of that lowland I showed you previously up by the power poles. So there used to be a mobile home here. The previous owner removed that. Cleaned up the lot. And the current owner has just done some more tree and branch removal. So you can see you got the power sticking out of the ground there, along with the phone line. I cannot tell where those are coming from on the road side. I have not found an Xcel Energy box that those tie into. That would be a good question for Xcel. I'm just going to pan through the old site of the mobile home, and I will point out this appears to be where the sewer left the mobile home and went towards the holding tank. So from this waste pipe, you walk back towards the west part of the lot. And you can see where the holding tank is. Again, this condition of the holding tank is unknown. We do not know if they still function properly or not. Just going to pan around the lot from this point. Again, you can see the holding tank, one of the ponds, looking back towards that other pond that sits closer to the road, and of course the driveway. Here we are looking south. This is another low part of the property. As you can see, the wetlands beyond. There's a couple of decent sized trees. Alright, here's a close-up of the pond that's on the west side of the property. We saw in the previous clips. It's going to pan over here towards the east. See that other pond beyond, and the old site where the mobile home sat. Now, one thing I asked the sellers about was a sandpoint well. They have never found the old sandpoint well on this property. It may have been removed. It may have been covered up when the previous owner removed the mobile home site and brought in this driveway fill. We do not know. And the reason why we mentioned the sandpoint well is because the previous owner mentioned it in his condition report. But like I said, it's never been discovered on this property. I'm going to keep walking northeast towards this other main pond. And you can see where the level that sits right now. Again, we just had our snow melt and a nice heavy rain on Wednesday of this past week. So the water level in these ponds may be high at the moment. I do not know. And then up next, I'll walk back this way to the opening and show you the power lines back there. Okay, I'm back at this opening looking north. I'm just going to pan over here towards the west. Give you a different perspective of the lot. With that smaller pond, the holding tanks in the distance right here, the site where the mobile home used to sit, looking towards the east, driveway, and this main pond. Take this little path, follow the deer tracks, again, this is going to show you the north lot line. It includes this utility easement. The northwest corner of the property. Let me see if I can find it here. Somewhere in those trees I did find a survey marker. Just having a hard time picking it up on the phone. And pan towards the east and back to where I started the video. And you can see that is the road that heads east into Amery. Okay, I'm still on the utility easement here on that north property line. We're looking west. Just go into the woods here, and you can see that fence post with a pink ribbon that indicates the northwest corner of this property. And that's down where the building pad would be. And this part right here is the trail I came through to this area. And then looking east. Back out to the building site here, you can see the driveway right off the road. Try to give you an idea of high ground versus low ground. You can see you've got the tall grasses here that indicate wetland, but this area is not wetland. And then you get down to the smaller pond, of course it is. I would say elevation from the water level in that pond to top of this stump is probably 4 to 5 feet in elevation rise, and that is similar to what the driveway is at too. You're probably 4 feet above the current water level. Alright, back up on the road, one last panoramic here for you. You can see the driveway here. So land down there I would consider high ground, usable. Beyond those two trees is where it turns to wetland along that tree line to the south. You have all that land that's high ground until you get to about this point in here. There's a silt fence and that small pond beyond. And I'm going to pan over to the large pond here. Hopefully it gives you a good idea of the property. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.